My name's Sarah Cooper. I'm a senior online course developer for the Faculty of Science, and I've worked here since 2010, so about 4 years now. Within my department, within my role, there's only two of us, so there's myself and my colleague Emma, and it's a really good situation we've got. We work really well. Up with them and exchange ideas with them, and there's probably about 20 of us in total across the university. So day to day we do things like upload things to Moodle, we help create online resources for staff and students to use. It could be anything from creating quizzes to running student sessions. So in terms of my student interaction within my job, I see students on a one-to-one basis, group basis. I help train them in certain software, so if they've got new things that they need to do or ways to submit assessments, I'll go through the process with them. So on the odd occasion with technology, we do have problems where maybe the Wi-Fi has gone down, or the tool that we're using isn't accessible for whatever reason, and we've got a few online tools for submission. And we have had a couple of situations where come deadline day, certain tools have not worked as they should have done, and we've had a lot of panicked students come to us and say that our deadline's in a couple of hours, we're not able to submit, what do we need to do? And it's working out the best protocol for that. Is it something that's going to affect the rest of the university? Is it just a small pocket of students? And working out the best way to engage, get the feedback to the students and tell them what the new process is, agreeing that process with academics and making sure everyone's on the same page and getting through to the end of the deadline without many people missing out or having panic. So it's things like that we come across quite often. So the Higher Education Award that I was awarded this year is to do with people that work within science but not necessarily directly with students on an academic level. So it's the background people, it's the people that help make those things possible. So when I got nominated for the HEA Technician of the Year award, I was very surprised, very happy to have even been nominated for the award. And when I won it, again, a great surprise because it's a national award, it goes across everywhere in England and Scotland, so the fact that I won an award from it is an amazing achievement, and I'm very proud.
My name's Charlotte Doyle. I am the Sports Development Manager in the Department of Sport and Recreation. My role is to oversee a range of the sports development activities that we offer. These include volunteering and student placements, our outreach activities and our participation programmes. I've been employed by the university for roughly 10 years.
My name's Rachel Robilliard. I'm a Sports Development Officer here at the University of Portsmouth. I've been working here for just over a year, and my main role is to maintain and develop our existing participation programmes.
Sarah Taylor, Senior Sports Development Officer. So my role is focusing on sports participation at the University of Portsmouth, and I'm leading on the new Get Active, Stay Active sports participation project. And I've been working at the university for just over 3 years. So following the success of the Active Universities project, which is funded by Sport England, the Sport England announced that they were going to fund a new 3-year project called the University Sport Activation Fund. So we applied to this project and we successfully received nearly £300,000.
The project will play an important role in enhancing student wellbeing through participation in sport, as well as enhancing their employability skills through the leadership and organisational roles that we'll offer through the programme.
We try and make these activities accessible for everyone, so therefore we put on free transport, we try and make them local to the university where possible, and we also make them as relaxed as we can, so that's why a lot of them are drop-in sessions, so that students feel they can just turn up when and where they can and try and overcome the barriers they've got to participating in sport and activities.
So in total the project came to nearly £500,000, and we've called the project Get Active, Stay Active.
It was important to us that we could build a project around the existing activity that we offer, and also that the project could fill gaps in our provision, as well as meet the needs of the student body.
The Get Active, Stay Active sports participation programme has already been a huge success. We started delivering the programme in September, and we've really tried to engage those students that haven't previously been very active, so those inactive students or students that don't regularly participate in sport So the aim of the programme is really trying to get students to take part once a week in physical activity.
We feel that the Get Active project has the potential to meet many of the wider university objectives. Sport is a really useful tool in terms of engaging students and enhancing the student experience.
Over the first few months, the project's been really successful. We've had over 400 members sign up to the Get Active, Stay Active free membership. Feedback we've had from students at some of our events has been really positive. We find that students turn up and bring friends along with them who haven't participated in sport activities as well. We find that word of mouth is a really good way to get new people into our activities. If they turn up and they enjoy it and it's flexible and benefits them, then they're more likely to return and also bring friends along with them.
My name's Jeanette Hawkins and I'm a library assistant and I've worked at the University Library for 21 years. We have to cover the desks, inquiry desks, we have to shelve, we have to tidy books, we have to take telephone calls, we answer inquiries over the telephone, we just generally do the jobs such as sending out letters for overdue books. During the summer 2014, very restricted as to what we could do because we had very little space that wasn't actually in the restricted zones. So yes, it was quite stressful. We advertised the service on the university website, library website. And in reality, often students didn't quite get the concept that it would take some time, a bit of time to go and find the books because all the ground floor stock were in crates and some of those crates were sort of stacked 8, 9 crates high. And we had to obviously have 2 people to do that because of the lifting. And they were coming in without giving it much time before the book had been retrieved. So in reality, we were actually going and getting the book on demand. So as they came in and said, oh, my reservation's not available, to be a very high quality of customer service under what were very stressful conditions.
Hello, my name's Mark Patterson. I'm caretaker at Portsmouth University. That entails opening up the building, locking up the building at night, dealing with day-to-day issues, replenishing toilet rolls, making sure the building's clean and tidy, outside's clean and tidy, and the building's safe for when staff and students arrive. I was caretaker at Portsmouth University for 10 years. First 4 years I worked at Eldon. Then the last 6 years I've worked at Portland building. During the time when Portland was closed, I was moved out to other buildings to help them with covering holidays and sickness and all that sort of stuff. Since Portland's reopened, we've had the new faculty moving in from business school. We've had the contractors finishing off building the building. We've had some snagging issues which the contractors have had to do, which we've had to liaise with. Reporting, we've had a lot of redundant furniture to deal with because the whole building's had new furniture in. All the rooms have had new keys put in, so I've had to issue all the staff with new keys. Well, we had outside contractors in, and really, unless it was a major job, it was just me really, and well, whoever caretaker was on duty at the time. But obviously if there was a big move or a load of redundant furniture being picked up, then I'd draft in about 5 or 6 people to help move. Yeah, I've had a lot of positive feedback, but they've appreciated our help and all that. The business school seem to be settling in quite well up here. They seem to be quite happy. It all looks really nice. And civil engineering are quite happy back in the building. I think the work's really nice here. It's really good. Well, I'm pleased. I always try to help staff and students out anyway, and I do get a lot of positive feedbacks. I've had lots of thank you emails, so I'm quite pleased. I like to help.
My name is Sarah McGinn. I'm the Senior Student Support Manager at the University of Portsmouth. I've been in my role for 10 years, love my job. And I look after the 4,000 new students that start at the university every year. So day to day, it can be different every day, which is what I like about the job. It can be, one day I can be looking after students who are quite distressed, other times I can be helping students with their courses. Sometimes I get involved in the disciplinary side as well. So we do see quite a high volume of students to date, so from the first of the beginning of the academic term until now, we've seen 951 students, and that's face-to-face contact. We do have students who find it really difficult to adjust to living in halls. Particularly one case to mind is a young lady who moved into halls. She had a disability, used a wheelchair, and she came to see me and my team convinced she wouldn't make any friends. What we tend to do then is we have students who live in halls who work for us. They're called resident assistants, so we linked her in with them. Those students took her out, introduced her to different aspects of the university, site tours, that kind of thing. She was so impressed with being with the resident assistant, she actually decided she wanted to apply to be one. So the following year she applied, she was successful, and for 2 years she worked for me. So I've still got a lot of contact with that student and I do miss her. I do think that the student support team as a whole, which is myself as Senior Student Support Manager, the student support managers, and of course we've got resident assistants, we are vital to helping the students settle into university and helping them with all their problems. And I think without us, there would be a lot more problems and we wouldn't have as many people